G'day guys and welcome to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be going through my semi-final tips and predictions for the AFL final series of 2024. Before we get into this, subscribe to the channel because it's going to be a bang of a video, and like the video if you go on to like it, and also we'll get straight into the video. Now let's review my week 1 finals predictions I had tipped, and this is my first perfect score of the year if you consider it. It was a 4 out of 4, and I don't think many of people in my comp got 4 out of 4. I think there was only 2 people, including me. And well, we're here. Now let's just get into it. 4 out of 4 I got this week. So the first tip I had was the Cats to get it done at the Adelaide Oval. I thought the Power might just switch off for this game, and the Cats, they can perform well in the Adelaide Oval when they want to. And that's exactly what happened. I tipped them to get it done by 7, but instead they got it done by 84. Really big tip for me, because most people would have been backing in the Port Adelaide Power to get it done at the Adelaide Oval, but they didn't. That was not the case. Yeah. And now Hawthorn vs Bulldogs. I managed to get tickets to this game, actually, if you guys are wondering. Because I was asking for tickets on a community post, right, on YouTube. But I managed to get tickets on this game. And I went to the game. Oh, yeah, I did. And I was a bit late. I was like quarter time when I arrived. Unfortunately, had to listen on the radio. But when the second quarter was underway, I was watching the game. Didn't feel too good, and I got a bit sick, and I really had to leave early. So I could have just stayed at home and watched the whole game, and it really just turned out to be one of the saddest things, because it was a great game and I wanted to see it. Well, I watched the highlights. It was decent. Wizard did well, 4 goals. When I was at the game, I saw Kalsha D. He's a big star. What a man he is. He did pretty good. Massimo D'Ambrosio, again, really just a performer, as well as Newcomb, who racked up about 35 disposals. And well, I got that tip correct, backed in my Hawks, and now this game was probably the game of the finals, probably the best game you're going to see this final series. It was at the SCG, Sydney vs Giants. I backed in the Swans to get it done. They got it done by 6. They came back from a 21-point deficit at half-time. Managed to get it done at their home deck against the GWS Giants side. And, well, it's a good tip to get correct. And, yeah, now this game was a bit of the more shocking games of the round. And I'm surprised Carlton actually did something, because at quarter time they were scoreless. And in the at half-time, it looked like they were going to be scoreless, but somehow they started coming. It was 60-0 at one stage. If you weren't watching the game, it was pretty shocking. Carlton were losing. It was absolutely terrible footy. Really boring. I did manage to watch the whole game, and it was really boring. Footy from the Blues at the start. They weren't awake, I guess. Had a few 6 big ins coming in from injury. Of course, it's not the best thing you would want as a Carlton supporter, but you guys managed to only lose by 28, honestly. I'd be grateful for that. And yeah, that's my week of tipping. And well, I got 4 out of 4. Happy with that. And let's get into this week's tips. So now we got the Hawks and the Port Adelaide Power at the Adelaide Oval on the Friday night. It's going to be a big semi-final, of course. 2 teams that are here and there, different kind of stages here. Port Adelaide losing by a good 84 points against the Cats, while the Hawks getting off a win in the elimination final by 37 points. Plus the Power, they have some great players though, like Zach Butters, Connor Rosie, who can step up in a semi-final, of course, to play in a prelim like against the Swans. If they're going to do it, they're going to beat the Hawks, and the Hawks are in red-hot form with Nick Watson, Jack Ginnivan, and Newcomb and D'Ambrosio. They're all great players, and I think the Hawks, they just have more depth than the Power in this one. I think, even though it's at Adelaide, I think the Hawks will get it done by a good 51 points. So now this semi-final is on Saturday, and it's going to be at NG Stadium, 7:30 p.m. It's going to be decent, isn't it? Two big teams really just trying to find some space in this competition to move on to a prelim. Both teams. Giants, they did well. They did well to take a big lead against the Swannies, but then they lost in the last quarter, which shows they couldn't hold on. Lions, they were 60-0 against Carlton at one point. Then it was 99-71 against a not very good Carlton side. This game could go either way, in my opinion. I think it could go Giants or it could go Lions, but it's at NG Stadium as well, which makes me give a bit more thought to the Giants, but also the Lions. They're also pretty decent a team. I say that the likes of Cameron, Hippold, they're really good players, and Lowman, it's really good for the Lions, and also the Giants also have that depth with Iden, Green, Cornelio, but I just see the Lions getting the job done by a good 23 points. So now like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you want to see more of this content, because only 10% of you guys are subscribed. And if you are liking the content, you better subscribe, because there's some more content coming out fairly soon. And plus, if you want to be one of those people that subscribe and you see that percentage go up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.